been a while since I have done anything for this series, I guess. Mainly because, with recovery of anxiety, you have to show also the very ups of trying to recover from anxiety. So I thought I'd come back just to kind of recap what's been going on. All this has also been explained in many vlogs before, so I'm sure this will just get repetitive, but we'll go ahead and talk anyways while I pick out what to wear for today, because I'm going to the store to get more red hair dye and to get some shampoo and conditioner so I can take a shower. So yeah, I think the last recovery of anxiety video I made, I don't remember. I would check, but my computer's all the way over there and I'm too lazy to move. And also because my anxiety has been kind of, somewhat on the high level this past few weeks, but, all is good and, whatever. So, basically, if you didn't know, my boyfriend came down to visit for 3 weeks, which was so fun, which is probably the most fun I've had in my entire life. It was a little nerve-wracking before, but I think after a couple hours I got used to it. I got used to him being here, and he's been here for 3 weeks, and it felt like 3 years to me, but it was very good, and I liked having him here. And because since he's been here, he was helping me move into my new place, if you can't tell by the new room, by the new setup. So that's good as well. And surprisingly, it's funny, it's strange because it's like he was here, I moved, and I searched for a job within just those 3.5, 4 weeks, And it's strange because it's like past me would have definitely freaked out way too much. But surprisingly, like, as overwhelmed as trying to find a job is, it's definitely hasn't been so complicated. I tried to get a job at a coffee shop, and I was told that I got the job, but I guess that backfired. But I had a voicemail from a GameStop that's 2 minutes up the road from where I live. That said they wanted me to come in for an interview, so I went in for an interview the other day, and it went well. I think the guy told me that he'll talk to his manager, and she'll give me a call back, hopefully this week or next week, which should be good. So I'm excited for that, honestly. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to find a job because now being in this new place, I have to pay rent. So yeah, that should be pretty good. I have had a couple of scares with doctor's appointments. I'm also apologize that I look extremely pale and that I look exhausted as shit. I'm gonna get into that. Moving in was quite stressful. With any moving in, it's kind of stressful, but it turned out very good in the end. I got it all figured out, as you can see. You got the little baby kitty right there. But yeah, it turned out really well. Even when not bringing everything, it's pretty spacious, to be honest, for a smaller room, because this room's smaller than the one I had at my old place. So yeah, when my boyfriend came, we had decided to go to the movies. I haven't been to the movie theaters since COVID hit. So it's been quite a long time, and it was a horror movie, and I generally haven't really seen like a horror really kind of scary horror movie, even though it was malignant, so it wasn't scary. But I think generally because COVID hit and because I don't really go outside much, my ears have gotten way more sensitive to the loud noises. And I guess during that time, we were good for about 20 minutes throughout the movie, but then I fainted. Um, and yeah, I completely fainted for like a couple seconds. As I've been told, it felt like a couple minutes, but a couple seconds. And then, well, my boyfriend was present, and I had a panic attack after because I was so scared of what happened. Because that's never happened that's never happened to me before, just out of the blue. You know, the last time I fainted was 2019, and that was when I had the flu, though. So I had a doctor's appointment a couple days later, or I think the week after, and it was like, oh, maybe it was blood sugar, or maybe it was like, because I had always assumed that I was kind of iron deficient, because when I always stood up, I get like, you know, dizzy. So I assumed I had, some kind of iron deficiency. Or there's a certain like medical term of like just a sudden heart drop, where your heart just drops and you feel faint. It happens kind of during stressful moments and like traumatic events, and I guess I just saw something traumatic and it brought back something unintentionally. So there was no really still no like direct cause of what happened. I think during that moment though, it might have been my iron deficiency, because I haven't really, I don't know, I guess I just didn't eat and drink enough, which I always assume that I do, but I guess it's just never enough to be satisfied from what my body needs. So yeah, once I went to the doctor, they did some tests. They did an EKG, and we talked a lot about like the symptoms and whatnot to make sure like I didn't have any seizures or whatnot. My tests came back normal, my vitals came back normal. I had to get a blood sample, which, if you can't tell, it's still fucked. Even still to this day, it's still pretty nasty. It's going away just a little bit, but that's just from giving blood. So yeah, they gave blood, and then an hour later, or a couple hours later, the doctor had called me, and was like, hey, can you, because they were like, so the doctor called me, and was like, so I renewed some of your blood work, and it turns out that you're severely anemic. And I was like, okay. And she's like, because you were at such a young age, and because I have to do this, I feel like I should send you to the hospital. But I was like, no, I am not going to the hospital. I'm going to avoid getting in that sticky situation, because I don't want to have to deal with any of that. And this was a very, very stressful moment, because it was like, anemia is pretty common. It's very common, especially in women. It just means you don't have enough healthy red blood cells, because you don't, have enough things that are rich in iron. I don't eat much of meat. I'm trying to stay away from. I think the only thing meat-wise that I eat is like deli meat for like sandwiches and whatnot. But I'm trying to stay away from like fast food and all that shit, because I realize that just takes a big toll on my stomach that I don't need. So yeah, but yeah, I don't eat much of, I guess, not enough things that have iron or protein in it. So they were like, okay, because I wanted to avoid the hospital, they're like, the doctor's like, okay, I'm going to prescribe you some iron that you have to take twice a day, or take 2 every day. So that's what I've been taking for the past couple of days or so. And I had to go in again to another doctor, to a GI specialist, which is for gastrointestinal stuff, so it does all this into the stomach area, to figure out why I'm so anemic. Even the doctor there kind of didn't really understand how I was so anemic, because I don't have any history of like any like severe problems that are really common in anemia. The lady kind of just assumes that I'm not getting enough in, and that it's probably just from my eating disorder, so probably just from those. But she did want to do another blood sample, which I probably have to do today or this week. And then I have to do this stool sample, which fucking sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. And then, yeah, and then I think I have a follow-up with my doctor in a month or so to see how things are. So yeah, that got pretty rough, and my anxiety was extremely high, even though it's very common. But if it's like to the point to where it's like the doctors telling me that I should be hospitalized because of it, that means it's bad. So yeah, I got very afraid and very, very anxious, but because my boyfriend was here, he helped a lot. But yeah, but I mean now, like, I don't know. Sometimes I still get scary events that I'm not well. I mean, I don't get enough sleep, obviously. But I've been taking my iron and it's been okay. I mean, I'm supposed to take it without food, but yet the other day I took it without food and then I threw up. And then once I had dinner that night, I threw up twice. So I did not feel good the day and the next day. I feel okay now. I mean, I'm fucking tired, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So things have been kind of pretty stressful with all these doctor's appointments, but I guess it's just, you know, I gotta do what I can to get better. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, other than that, it's been pretty chill. I guess the only thing is I'm kind of stressed about like figuring out what to get this shit done because it's like, oh, now that I've moved, it's like, and since Derek's been here for 3 weeks, I haven't really been like focused so much on my writing and stuff. So now it's just like I got so much writing to do, and I want to read already and get some reading books done. And it's just like, all so stressful, and it's coming back. So I'm just figuring that out. But yeah, right now I'm kind of just chilling. I'm kind of just waiting for this call. Kind of just waiting for the call. At GameStop, so I can work there, and then once, you know, I'll tell you how the job is and whatnot, and figure out everything from there. I don't know, I always try and plan things ahead in my head, but it never goes as planned, so I don't know, we'll just see what happens. I'm just trying to get some writing done, finish Peaky Blinders on Netflix, and come up and try and just finish some stories, so yeah. I'm going to the store in a couple of hours, so right now I'm just gonna do what I always do. But yeah, I thought I'd just kind of give you guys a little update on what's been going on, even though I already have in a vlog, but because this series is kind of designated for my anxiety, I thought I'd give you just a update. There's been lots of kind of little stressful anxiety moments, but because my boyfriend's been there for he's been very helpful, and it was definitely a joy having him around, and I can't wait until he comes back again, which he'll come back in January for my birthday, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, yeah, ever since he's been here, I think I've definitely been the happiest that I've ever been in my life, and he feels the same way. And it was definitely such a needed, good trip for us, you know, to be stronger as a couple and, you know, to help me get settled and moving and whatnot. So, yeah. Other than that, life's been pretty good. I mean, again, doctor's appointments I don't like, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta keep on going forward.